There's a great fight card taking place on Saturday, August 16th. And we'll get a chance to see top fighters from across the globe. Dazn will broadcast these bouts. The main event will be headlined by Dillian White taking on Moses Atuma in a heavyweight showdown where young hopeful Atuma is looking to crash the division by taking on former title challenger Dillian White and proving that he has arrived to be a worthy contender and not just a prospect. But on the undercard, there is a fight that could possibly steal the show, because a late replacement for Anthony Kakachi will be Abraham Nova as he shows up to take on Raymond Ford. That's what we're going to talk about in this video. Raymond Ford taking on Abraham Nova. Let's talk about it. Super featherweights, I expect to put on not only a show, but have the opportunity to possibly steal the show. We're talking about super featherweights Raymond Ford and Abraham Nova, late substitute for Anthony Kakachi. This fight could turn out to be fight of the night on August 16th. The reason being is that Ford is a young fighter who actually wades in as a southpaw and takes risks. He allows himself to get hit sometimes, and those vulnerabilities can put you in jeopardy. Sometimes he's good enough to pull out late round stoppages, exciting to the fans, to the core. But then this new opponent, Abraham Nova, is a fighter that does similar things. And as 5 years older, he may be more experienced enough to throw some traps toward Ford and finally get the #1 victory that he's been chomping at the bit for over the past few years. You see, Nova is a good fighter. He's just had some bad breaks, but at the same time, he hasn't shunned the opportunities. He hasn't turned down an opportunity to elevate. That's why this fight between these two men is so intriguing. Nova's fight game is to get in there and let it hang loose. And just as it was when he took on O'Shaquie Foster in February of 2024, where he lost a split decision, some people thought he may have even edged Foster. But I think that Foster is more than capable of being responsible enough of how to win a fight on points. Raymond Ford, on the other hand, is the type of fighter that may find himself in jeopardy and go all out, buck wild. I expect these two to really mix it up, and they have contrasting styles, even though they are similar type fighters at heart, at the core. It makes for excitement when they come together. Ford being a southpaw and Nova being an orthodox fighter. Nova has been known to get on top of his opponents with blazing hooks, uppercuts, fierce right hands. He's trying to take advantage of his opponents at all times in there, brutally going after it at times. He's dropped guys, he's knocked guys out. He's been dropped himself, but he is never in bad fights. Abraham Nova is an exciting fighter. He would have fared very well in the 90s because there were journeyman fighters as well as contending fighters who brought a lot of what is familiar about he. Now Ford, he'll get in there. Sometimes he likes to style a little bit. He'll go with the shoulder roll defense. He'll try to look sweet. He will throw combinations when he's in shape. Good conditioning is important for him because when he was campaigning at featherweight, he was complaining about making the weight. Now, will he be able to come into this fight disciplined? I heard on the grand entrances today that he spoke about his focus being where he can make sure that he gets the rest of this weight off and be ready for the fight. He should be near and around weight right now. You see, that's something that is a little bit of a flag. And an experienced fighter like Nova would know just how to counter that when the fight begins. You see, that's the one thing about Raymond Ford that I'm very concerned about. He'll come into a fight and he'll know that he's not in the best of condition, but he'll still fight the fight. So his record presently, 17 wins, 1 defeat, 1 draw with 8 KOs, tells you why that bit of uncertainty is there. Because the 1 loss and the 1 draw, yes, he's been in there. And when he lost to Nick Ball back in June of 2024, a split decision of a fight that I felt had he just pressed a little harder, he would have retained his featherweight title. But he blamed it on not making the weight, stating that he should have moved up and that he'll fare better at super featherweight. But lo and behold, aren't we not talking about weight again? And we're just a year and 2 months removed from that fight with Nick Ball, in which he's only fought twice, you see, and there's something else going on here with him. Could he be a fighter that blows up and loses discipline when he's not in the ring? Well, at the age of 26, it's highly probable. But he better get on board, because there are fighters out there who are hungry. And so when we speak about hunger, you have to talk about Nova, who brings his record of 24 wins, 3 losses, 1 draw, and 17 KOs. Nearly twice the amount of KOs over the likes of Ford. Now, what does that mean? I believe what it'll come down to is Nova may have had the right opportunity at the right time, because he's a fighter who will give his best. He will give his best, and he will let his opponent have it, fighting brutally, going after it, and he will give as good as he gets. I believe this is going to be his chance on this night. It's an amazing opportunity for Abraham Nova, and I do believe that these two men are really going to get after it. You see, Ford, he's no chump. He will fight hard. He will give his effort, but I don't believe that his focus is there like it needs to be. We're not questioning his fortitude. We're questioning his approach to the sport and how he conducts himself. Abraham has been looking for the opportunity, and this very well may be it. So as I see this fight going forward, I see these two men really laying it out on the line, and it's probably going to come down to who wants it more. And in this case, I'm thinking about Abraham Nova breaking through. Ford will be the favorite, but we need to watch closely. Let me know what you think. This is Stormy B-Man. Shout out to the mighty LDBC and Liberated Perspective, a third eye view of the world. For more content such as this, please like, comment, subscribe, and share. Let me know if you think that Abraham Nova has an opportunity to prevail here, or is it just another fight for him that'll slip through the fingers? Leave comments and let's discuss further. Peace to everyone out there, and everyone please remain safe.